So after the topic shapes of orbital, we are on the next topic, that is energies of the orbitals. So before we will go into the topic, that is energy of the orbitals, we will first understand the term, that is what is discrete or degenerated orbitals. So the orbitals which have the same energy are called discrete or degenerated orbitals. So the orbitals with the same principal quantum number will have the same energy. Okay, now we are taking the example of hydrogen to understand it better. Here is a hydrogen atom in which only one electron is present. Now when we are talking about the shells of the hydrogen atom, then it is the N1, it is N2 and it is N3, first shell, second and third shell. Now we will not confuse in it that although hydrogen having only one electron, then how can it be possible to have the more than one shells? So it is possible because the shells are not inbuilt structures. When the electron absorbs energy from the photon, it jumps to the higher energy level and start to revolving around the nucleus and create a shell. Then suppose an electron is moving in 1s orbital, then what will happen? When it will get the energy, then it will jump into the second orbital or second shell. Okay, and suppose if it will get the more energy, then it may be possible then from 1s it will be jump into the third shell. Okay, so we will not get confused with that although hydrogen is having only one electron, so how can it possible to have the more than one shell in the hydrogen? So shells are not the predefined path. It is created by the electron when it comes in an excited state and start revolving around the nucleus. Okay, now see, here we draw the different shells for the hydrogen. Now it is 1s, now it is 2s, and after 2s 2p comes. Now we will understand the meaning of this dash. In 1s we are having only 1 dash, and in 2p we are having 3 dash. What does it mean? It means that because 1s only can accommodate 2 electrons, so it has only one orbital. Now 2p has 3 orbitals, so we write it as px, py, pz as we know it earlier. So there are 3 orbitals in 2p. Here 3s 1 orbital, in 3p 3 orbital, and 3d 5 orbitals are there, 1 2 3 4 5. Now see, in 2p orbital, it is quite obvious that the energy of the 2s orbital will be more than that of 1s orbital. But when we talk about in case of 2p, the 2p has 3 orbital, but all the orbitals are of 2p shell, so it all have the same energy level. Okay, so these are called the discrete orbital or the degenerated orbital. In the same way, in 3d it has 5 orbital, so these all 5 orbital, because they belong to 3d, so all will have the same energy level, so these orbital are also called the degenerated orbital. Okay, now after the study of the hydrogen, we are taking the example in which there are more than one electrons in a atom. Here hydrogen is the simplest atom which has only one electron. Now to study the energy levels of the atoms which have more than one electron, we use a rule, and the rule is of Bohr and Bury rule, and this rule is based on n plus l. So what is n? N is a principal quantum number and L is a azimuthal quantum number. Now we have to remember one thing, that is azimuthal quantum number for S, B, D and F. So for L, for S will be always 0, where it is 1s, 2s or 3s, and for P, L will be always 1 for p orbital, and for d orbital it will be 2, and for f orbital it will be 3 always. So we have to remember this. So here is for s 0, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, now come to this. Now we are taking the example. Now in 1s orbital, so according to this rule n plus L, so principal quantum number is 1 and L is 0 for 1s. So it will come what? 1. Now second, in 2s it will come 2. In 2px it will come 2 plus 1 3, 2 plus 1 3, 2 plus 1 3, and 3s it will come 3. Now these 3 orbital in which the although this is also 3 but it belongs to the 3s, we will only talk about the p orbital. So these orbital belongs to p, so these are called degenerated orbitals. Now we will talk about the energy of the orbitals. Now energy of the 2s orbital is more than 1s, 2p orbital is more than 2s. Now p orbital has 3 suborbitals, right? So this is px, py, pz, but energy of all these orbitals are same, so we will put the equal sign here. So p energy of px is equal to py and py is equal to pz. Now next, energy of 3s is more than p orbital. As we go further, the energy of the orbitals increases. Okay, now if there is a condition arises in which 2 orbitals have the same number according to Bose and Bury rule, then what we have to do? Then when the value of n plus L of any 2 orbital is same, then we will prefer principal quantum number. Suppose here the value of p orbital is coming 3 and here 3 is coming 3, but what is the difference here? Here principal quantum number is 2 and here principal quantum number is 3. So whose principal quantum number is greater, that orbital will be have the more energy that of the earlier orbital. So 3s orbital having n equals to 3, but p orbital is having n equal to 2. So whose energy is greater? The energy of the 3s orbital is greater than that of 2p orbital, as they both having the same value 3 and 3. Okay, so this rule is for removing the confusion when we have the same value for n plus L. So how can we decide then which orbital is have the higher energy? So the orbital which have the high principal quantum number will have the high energy. Okay, now we will see the electronic configuration. So what is electronic configuration? For the things we have to remember before going to the electronic configuration are, the things are that in an orbital only 2 electron can be accommodated. So one orbital capacity is only accommodating 2 electrons. Okay, second, what we learned, that there are 4 sub energy levels. They are S, P, D and F. And how many orbitals they each have? S have 1 orbital, P have 3 orbitals, D have 5 orbitals and F have 7 orbitals. Okay, now maximum number of electron, because one orbital can accommodate 2 electrons, so we will multiply each one by 2. So S orbital can accommodate maximum 2 electrons, P orbital 6, D 10 and F 14. So I will write it here, S2, P6, D10 and F14. Now we represent it orbitals by the square box. These boxes represent the orbitals. Now gap between the orbitals tell us about the energy difference. It means what? The energy of the second square box or orbital is greater than that of the first one. And here there are 3 orbital, but there is no gap in between. It means what? These are degenerated orbitals. Now here we have a gap between this orbital and this orbital. It means what? The energy of the next orbital is greater than that of the first orbital. But here we have 5 orbital in it, so there is no gap in between. It means what? These are the degenerated orbitals, and so on. Okay, so to understand these, we just study the above principle, and the meaning of above principle is that building up. Okay, building up means improvement or going to a up level. Now electron in an atom should be placed according to this law. Electron in an atom should be placed in the increasing order of energy of their orbitals. So what we do, electron should be placed according to the above principle, according to their increasing energy levels in our orbitals. Okay, so to understand that how we will fill the electrons in the orbitals, we will understand it. Now see, this is a sequence in which we fill the electrons in the orbitals. It is in increasing energy levels order. So first we will fill the electron in 1s, then 2s, then 2p, then 3s, then 3p, then 4s. And do not get confused with these order, and if you have any confusion, then go for the this one, n plus L rule. Okay, that is Bohr and Bury rule, in which you will get that if 2 orbitals have the same value of n plus L, then the orbital which have the more value of n will have the high energy level, and we will fill the electron and that orbital first, then after we will go for the next orbital. Okay, so by using that rule you can easily understand that why we are filling the electron in this sequence. Okay, so to learn this, I will post a 2 or 3 minute video separately, and it is a easy trick to remember how can we fill the electron in the orbitals. So I will make a separate video for it till you just prepare this video. Okay, thank you.